How goes it, everybody? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. A little spill today is just going to be in regards to recent events that have been going on lately and how, in my personal opinion, I think one should not allow it to affect their lives and the lives around them if it doesn't physically really affect them on a day-to-day basis of what they're doing with their lives, how they're surviving, and how they're, one is chasing their dreams. Obviously, that's, we have so many distractions nowadays that things just kind of get out of hand. For those of you that are new to Larry's Anything Goes, I'm basically an online blogger. I sell products via Shopify, and I'm a real estate investor or wholesaler all at the same time. So that's my background. And yes, I have a job, but my job does not define me. My dreams and goals and aspirations define me. And I would hope that you all feel the same way about yourselves at the same time, unless your job is like a great example, like you're a doctor, nurse, police officer in the military. So then your lives, teacher, your job really affects the world as a whole, from safety to education to saving lives, et cetera, and so forth. And my hat always goes off to people like that, because that takes a lot of courage, especially in a lot of circumstances. A lot of times you don't even get paid that much to do what you're doing, but you're really the backbone of the community, no matter what state or city you live in, as far as from the United States is going. And even if you live in another country, you still are the backbone of those communities because you keep everyone safe, you keep everyone educated, and you keep everyone healthy, and keep everyone alive. Excuse me. So I always like to give credit where credit is due to people who do that for their country, their community, et cetera, and so forth, because in the times we're living in now, it's always been crazy in the world, but I think we need more acknowledgement of good people and respect amongst one another, whether we're different or not. I always say, don't believe in this Democrat-Republican crap. It's just a bunch of nonsense that just keeps people divided. Whether you're a believer, non-believer, in spiritual, whatever, it's irrelevant. I always say, if you're a good person, be a good person, and then we can go from there. I can usually get along with anybody as long as there's some sort of respect involved. And the crazy small things when it comes to respect is, hey, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. About yourself? I'm doing pretty good. Happy to be alive. Simple things like that. I know people take those things for granted, but just those simple acknowledgments of, hey, how you doing? Holding the door for somebody, or saying, go ahead. These small little things that a lot of people really don't do. Yes, please. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Like I said, these things that are just really taken for granted for the most part, and really just people just are just in their little corners, like high school, the cool kids table. He's on the football team. She's in the glee club, blah, blah, blah. All this crap that's since grade school has always been a thing to keep people divided. And I never understood it. One of the reasons I'm glad I grew up in Northern Virginia is it was a mixed community. There's always some respect in regards to people's nationalities and backgrounds, religious beliefs or non-religious beliefs, sexual orientation, whatever you want to call it. There was always that foundation of respect. If you respect me, I respect you. I go back to grade school. I was always hanging out with everybody. It could be the geeks, the quote-unquote thugs, the bad kids, the good kids, all that. It's like, I didn't get in trouble, obviously, because trouble's not my thing. But I've always had this thing of just wanting to get along with everybody, not because I'm trying to be kumbaya, none of that stuff. I was just raised to respect people no matter what they look like or where they come from, as long as they showed some mutual respect. So that's my little blurb before we get off into this segment called Don't Believe the Hype. And when I say don't believe the hype, I'm talking about, basically what I heard when I was a kid from the rap group called Public Enemy, Chuck D, Flavor Flav, all of them, Professor Griff, all of them. Why? Because life has always been and always will be a us versus them situation, no matter what city, state, or country that you live in. And I say this because political, religious, and cultural forces do a beautiful job at keeping people hating one another instead of respecting one another. Crazy concept, right? Respect. It's another word that is talked about on so many, many levels, but really doesn't exist unless people are being very fake about it. The beautiful thing about social media is that everyone's true feelings are coming of age, and it's fine because, hey, if you feel a specific way, then why hide it? You know, be who you are. We live in an age where everybody wants to be who they are. It is what it is. I always say, at least I know where you stand. You know, there's no point in you being fake around me. But most people, I think, they're probably fake at their jobs because, you know, if I was talking to somebody when I was at the grocery store yesterday, guy at the deli department, he's like, hey, if everybody could really read people's minds on a regular basis, I don't think anybody could, you know, one, really get along, and then two, most people couldn't be able to hold down a job, and there'd probably be anarchy everywhere. So it's probably a good thing, right? Because now we live in an age where, since it gets exposed on social media, fake apologies come later, along with fake tears, and there's just a lot of fakeness. So that's why I'm using the word fake. If you continue to watch the media for a long, long time, you continue to live in fear. And I believe the truth. Because I believe it's the truth, because a lot of things have been and are becoming a hate machine. Now, me, myself, I do not hate anybody. Like I said earlier, you know, I love peace and happiness. You know, I myself turn off watching major news organizations or any media that continuously promotes hate and fear. When I walk into a room and see the news, I say, let me guess, something bad's happening in the world today, right? Every time. And it's me being sarcastic, but it's just me being realistic. It's a rarity, if ever, you see anything positive going on in the media. And they do a great job keeping people scared to even go to certain parts of the world or the country, you know. And I just leave it at that. I notice how much my life has improved significantly because of that major change of just turning something off or just not turning it on at all. And how my mindset has changed since I stopped watching major news organizations, you know. And I just leave it at that. We all know that mindset is everything. No matter where you are in life or where you want to be at in life, mindset is everything. And you can have all the education and job experience in the world, but if you do not apply a positive mindset, then you will really not get that far, no matter what anybody tells you. It's just, and you don't have to take my word for it or anybody else's word for it. Just go off of life experience. That's just how I look at it. So, as a matter of fact, you can limit your lifestyle and life experiences if you allow outside forces to make you fear going to a certain city, going to a certain state, going to a certain country. It's one of those things that you have to take a risk in life, you know, take more of a risk outside of just going to a different movie theater or a different restaurant, you know, or you just walking out of the house going to work, you know. It's just one of those things. The less risks, then the less experiences. And I don't know about you, but I want to have all the great experiences in the world that I can get before I die. You know, we have one life, we have to live it to the fullest, and I'll leave it at that. There's so many people out here that will listen to the media about parts of the United States or the world and will never take the chance to go and check things out for themselves. You know, I call these people to be mentally retired a lot of times. They're in their own little corner of the world, and hey, if that's what you want to do, I'm not knocking it, but you know, don't complain when life is over with and you didn't get the experience going to different countries, going to different states, going to different cities, and exploring different things and talking to people that are outside of your comfort zone, you know. It could be a sketchy situation to where you are uncomfortable, but I always say when you're in a situation and you're uncomfortable, that means you are truly lifting yourself up, you're leveling yourself up, and you're taking a better chance at life, and you never know. That chance might even lead to something that might even become a lucrative opportunity or just an enjoyable experience to where you can learn a different language, eat different foods, you know, that you never tried before. You know, it's like, there's a big world out here, and the beautiful thing about the United States is a great melting pot, so you really don't even have to leave the country just to get those experiences. But hey, if you wanted to, go for it. Hey, go. If you just want to stay on the continent, go to Mexico, go to Canada, you know, go to the Caribbean, start off small and then go from there. You know, there's a beautiful world out here. Europe, Africa, Australia, Asia. There's so many places I can't wait to go. So I'm practicing when I'm preaching here, and because I don't want my life to just be limited to the United States of America. You know, nothing wrong with that. Hey, experience is everything. We all need to just take a bite out of it and enjoy life. And then if you go to Czechoslovakia and you say it sucks, it's because you said so, not somebody on television said so. If you went to Africa and you thought it was awesome, it's because you said so, not because somebody on television or on social media told you. Your experiences. That's why I was, back in the day when people talk about music and movie critics, I'm like, I don't care what they have to say. Let me make the choice when it comes to something I want to watch or something I want to listen to. That's why even before all this crappy rap music came out, I was still listening to underground stuff because I wanted to listen to people like Cannabis and Tech Nine because they weren't talking about the stuff that the people on the radio were talking about. You know, it was the music had more authenticity outside of going to the club, having sex with women, and doing drugs or selling drugs, or, you know, I'm a murderer and all that other crap that's promoted out there. But nowadays, everybody's a dope fiend and everybody's got 1,000 women pregnant and they think that's cool. But what, you know, whatever, tickles your fancy. That's not my thing. But, you know, but I was always willing to go against the grain, listen to the Commons and the Roots, the Mos Defs, the Talib Kweli's, you know, the Licks, the Exhibit, the Dilated Peoples. You know, I could go on and on about the different, you know, the Far Side. I could go on and on about the different music artists I would listen to, and, you know, rock music, Rage Against the Machine, Korn. You know, those are the, you know, I could go on and on. Darius Rucker, Garth Brooks. You know, I could go on and on because I listen to everything, but I never liked fitting in a box then, and I darn sure don't like doing it now as an adult male. So that's just, you know, even how I my mindset, the way I dress. I'm not trying to be trendy or anything of that nature. I'm who I am, and I'm cool with that. And I think everybody should be who you are and be cool with that, because trying to fit yourself into somebody else's box is more mentally and physically exhausting than anything else. When it comes to your life, when it comes to your family, when it comes to the money you make and how you make it, where you live and how you live, you have to be the one that has to be happy at the end of the day with that situation. And if you're not, do your darndest to make the change. But don't try to live up to somebody else's standards, because trust me, it's exhausting. It's trying to be like the cool person that in high school, trying to live up to constantly live up to everybody else's expectations, and that's more mentally and physically exhausting than anything else. But I digress. Excuse me. And I could talk about this all day, obviously, you can see. It's more like a rant video than anything else. But anyways, you know, it's you know, there's so many people out here that will listen to the media about certain parts of the world, you know, and they, like I said, they don't take a chance. You know, being mentally retired sucks. So somehow, some way, they always find a way to enter my life. I don't know why. I'm like, I must have an aura about myself that says, hey, he looks mentally retired. Let me go talk to this guy. And I'm like, no, I'm really mentally aware and mentally ready to just travel and see the world and explore different cultures and whatnot. Just because I wear the shirt and tie doesn't make me the guy that just wants to go to work and come home. Not me. Or just wants to explore the states surround the state I currently live in, instead of trying to explore other parts of the country or trying to explore other parts of the world. You know, I love to learn. I don't want to just take somebody's word for it. And I laugh about these situations all the time. And you know, one good gentleman is like, yeah, the simple life's for me and you, Larry. I was like, well, it's for you, buddy. I don't knock it, but not for me. But hey, all I can do is laugh about it, because, you know, there's so many, and the main thing to remember is there's so many dumb distractions out here nowadays. It's just, and just people lose focus at times on what really, really matters in life. Outside of surviving, outside of taking care of yourself and your family and your loved ones, you know, there's more things that matter. You know, those are priority number one, obviously, but you know, the priorities that come after that, you know, like, why is it that the owner of the New England Patriots, Robert Kraft, paying prostitutes, major big headlines? I don't understand. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last time that somebody of this quote unquote caliber gets caught up in the situation. Really doesn't do anything for me. It's not affecting my life, whether he did it or he just didn't do it. I'm not really worried about it, because, you know, I go to sleep tonight and wake up, and Robert Kraft isn't giving me a time of day or any money, so why should I give him a time of day? But that's just my personal opinion on it. Take it how you want to take it. But it's like I said, it's just crazy. You know, we're more concerned with what millionaires and billionaires are doing with their lives than what we're doing with our own lives. You know, we give them all this, especially with the celebrities. We give them so much attention, and that they will create BS headlines so that they can get more attention, so they can put themselves on this quote unquote pedestal, like the guy from it's not Power. What is that show that I've never watched and probably never will watch? I forgot the name of it, but y'all know who I'm talking about. The gentleman who faked being assaulted and had created a false police report, and I believe now he's a felon, and I believe he's in jail or going to jail or one of those things. He's on a show with Taraji and Terrence Howard. Sad. I should know this show, but I don't know it because I don't watch it, you know. So, but you know, it's like this shows you, one, the disrespect that he has for his own community and for others, and two, it shows that it shows how bad and desperate he wants attention. you know, in that situation. I don't know the guy's name, and I forgot the name of the show that he's on or was on, because he's probably not going to have a job now. But it just kind of shows you how sad it is and how desperate people are for attention to do something to this of that caliber. It's pretty sad. But the other sad thing is, why is people giving this so much freaking attention? Like, this guy's a lame. I'm gonna call it like I see it, and I leave it at that. You know, I keep it positive, but at the end of the day, I just get sick and tired of people being so involved in celebrity and sports culture that we don't really focus on other things that really, really matter. It's like, if you're going to focus on it, let it be this much of your focus, you know, and let your goals and aspirations be this much of your focus. You know, it's just changing up the mindset and changing up how you implement things. And I know that life can get hard and gets hard for all of us. I'm nobody special, but we just got to keep pushing through, stay the journey, stay the course, and just continuously fight for our dreams and whatnot, and fight for what we want, and fight for a life that we love, and a life that we don't have to continuously take a vacation from, and be a part of communities that we love, instead of living in communities that we despise, but we're only there just because we can get a decent job. So it's just different perspectives. It's just my perspective. If you disagree, here's the crazy thing. I respect you that you disagree. You know, that's the thing. I can be around people that I disagree with and to have total mutual respect, as long as they respect me. And I'm like, if you disagree with me on something from a business perspective, or religious perspective, or financial perspective, or political perspective, here's a crazy concept. I respect the fact that you disagree, because that lets me know you're thinking different from me and you're thinking outside of the box. But we can still come together and say, okay, you disagree, but let's attack things from a different angle. Let's have a mutual respect and a conversation amongst one another without having to cuss each other out and get all heated and emotional for no freaking reason. I think that's another problem that we have in today's world. People don't know how to just respect each other and disagree. Agree to disagree and move on without getting heated, without getting fired up. It's a way, to me, it's a total waste of time. And you can put all that energy and emotion into something that's much more profitable, not only for you, not only for your family, but for those around you, friends and all that, you know. So that's my spill for the day. Don't believe the hype when it comes to a lot of these things. I just look at them to be unreasonable distractions. And I hope you guys have a great day. If you found value in this video, please like, please share, please subscribe to my YouTube page, especially you Facebookers out there that like my page. And thank you for accepting the invitation. You guys are great. Please comment if you want to. I love to engage and have adult intellectual discussions. Nothing better than doing that at all. And let's just appreciate and enjoy life, the fact that we're still alive and we're still here. So a lot of people pass away, and there's probably some folks that have passed away last night and today. And we just got to really learn how to enjoy life, the small things in life, because we worry about the big things so much, but we don't really get a chance to appreciate the small things. So thank you guys for liking Larry's Anything Goes on Facebook. I'm going to share my YouTube page. I have almost 500 likes on my Facebook page. Can I please get the same amount of subscribers, or at least close to that amount of subscribers on my YouTube page? I would greatly appreciate it, and then that way you get, most of my videos get uploaded there first anyway, so you get instant access. And I can't wait to engage with you all. And if you have a business, can't wait to engage, can't wait to collaborate, can't wait to motivate and inspire. And I want to get that same motivation and inspiration from you, because if I can do it for others, great, but I love when people motivate and inspire me, because I love that kind of positive attitude and whatnot, positive energy. And it's so hard to find that nowadays, because everybody's just so negative and for no apparent reason. And they don't just want to appreciate the positive things in life and collaborate unless they're going to a football game or concert or whatnot. And there's nothing wrong with that. But let's collaborate on a fun level. Let's collaborate on a business level. That's all I'm saying. So anyways, have a great day, and I'll see you guys later.